Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup alongside Grant Hill. Here we go. Tip-off goes to Philadelphia, and the Sixers expecting third overall pick VJ Edgecombe to contribute right from the jump shots.
He's quiet, but man, does he have game. And he's the draft's premier athlete. He's a two-way player, a high-character guy as well. And this back court in Philadelphia is loaded, but trust me, he's something different. He's on a mission.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Washington, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Brown finds Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. The three from Edgecombe. Philadelphia with another miss. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. Pass to Washington. Over Drummond. No good, off the front rim. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Maxey. There's the three. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got 4 rebounds now.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. And a busy summer for trade, Shams. What went into that frenzy of activity?
BA, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
BA, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Shams, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Here's Washington, and the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. That's 10 points for MP.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Maxey passes to Watford. Here's George. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3.
Well, if you create shots for him, Paul George is going to knock him down all night long.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Tatum finds Washington. Over Drummond. Rebound by Philadelphia. They defeated Washington in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games no matter where you're playing.
It's interesting, Shams, that Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those are some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest of the league. Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the night. Simons is checked in for Boston. That one misses for Washington. 76ers trail by 5. Here's Edgecombe. Still without a bucket. George, right side. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Yeah, Paul George has the ability to be physical as a wing, an important element in his game.
Brown passes to Washington. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. 16 points for MP.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Maxey with it. 15 in his last outing. George, no good. Picked it out of midair. Pass to Edgecombe. Now here's Drummond. Here's Edgecombe. Now George from the arc. George with another miss.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
And more, we're seeing teams run one center with 4 perimeter players, Shams. What's changed?
Well, it's a copycat league. When things are going great, other teams want to copy. And so what we're seeing now is teams' most effective lineups, more shooting and more mobility. That usually overbalance any deficit you have as far as shot blocking or rebounding in today's NBA.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. Boston also... Boston leading by 4. On the court right now for the Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Anthony Simons out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Washington in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now McCain. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Inside, Edwards. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
These personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First one falls for him. Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes matter less to free agents.
For most players, it's about winning, and then secondarily, where they'd like to live. And the financial aspect of market size is not as relevant as it once was. Money still does talk, though.
That might be one of the biggest changes in the game over the last few decades.
BA, you can win and succeed anywhere.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And it's in there. Now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to George, and stolen by Brown. Washington right side. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here's Edwards. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys?
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. Just trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. And now a look at last season's most proficient free throw shooters. 5th, Anthony Simons.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Grimes, the pass to Edwards. And one thing you can say about today's NBA, Shams, it keeps you guessing.
Oh, does it? I mean, this is an era of wide open competition. We've seen the flattening of the lottery odds, the big comebacks, especially in the playoffs this past year, a different champion each season. These are exciting times to be sure, and I think continuingly with this collective bargaining agreement, we're going to see more and more parity in the league.
And a year-round news cycle, which is good for you.
I'll be ready, BA. You know this is much more fun for me.
Here's Grimes. Drills it from deep. Grimes has got his second basket of the night.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Here's Washington. Paul George pulls it in.
He got the look he wanted. I think he rushed it a little bit.
Grimes, the pass to Maxey. It's George on the wing. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. George has got 9 points.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Down low. Here's Washington, and a nice finish on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
To the inside, George. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And Washington with the basket on the assist by Tatum. 28 points for MP.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. We saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
76ers trail by 9. Maxey feeling it out a bit. George outside for 3. He drops it from range. 15 points in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And MP throws it down hard.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And it's Maxey missing. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11. Last time they met in Boston.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
And a credit to their front office. They wanted a more complete team, and that's exactly what we saw in that one.
Celtics lead by 10. MP way outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Maxey. A minute 37 left in the second period. Edwards for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Washington. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows. That'll do it for the first half. Boston out in front. They lead by 12. And don't go. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey everybody.
Well, right now for Boston, season is young, but they're coming up. A great team that still has room for improvement, man.
You just hope. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Boston Celtics. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. There are some big-time players in this league, but who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Paul George out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half.
Well, the numbers don't lie. Paul George has been one of the most accurate three-point shooters of his generation.
And it's Washington missing. 76ers trail by 11. Outside Maxey, looking to get it going. Pass to Edgecombe. 4-3. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Washington with the basket on the assist by Brown. Washington's got 40 points. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Edgecombe to the middle. Here's Drummond. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only 1 of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Takes one from 10 feet. Yep, that one goes. Maxey's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, even with a bigger defender on him, he was undeterred.
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates.
Well, injury's a nightmare for the Sixers, Grant. Last season, a league-high 55 different starting lineups.
Yeah, BA, and their lowest win total since 2016. But some silver linings. Jared McCain was on track for Rookie of the Year before he went down. And Quentin Grimes also impressive.
Edgecombe, no good. Celtics lead by 16. Washington passes to Pritchard. Brown sinks that one from the post. Brown's got his second basket on the night.
Terrific initiative from the swingman. Brown is smart at understanding when to look to score inside.
Maxey against Pritchard to the paint. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Boston has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Washington. Cranked it in off the glass. Washington's got 44.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
George passes to Maxey. Here's Edgecombe. Here's Watford. Off target with the 3.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
And the Celtics making a change here. Garza's checked in. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to George. Back to Maxey. Three-pointer. Philadelphia with another miss.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Washington's shot is good.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Watford outside. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got his 16th rebound on the night. Driving to the basket. And Washington powers it through.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
George passes to Drummond. Back to George. Inside. Oh, it's blocked by Washington. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And it's Washington missing. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. B.A., back to you.
You'd love to hear it. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cadis checked in for Washington. Walsh comes in for White. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Outside Edwards. For Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Edwards. And McCain subbed in for Tyrese Maxey. Washington with the ball. And McCain picks him up defensively. Count it. Good. Washington's got 51.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Washington, and it's Gonzalez in at the 1.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Outside McCain to the inside. Pass to Gonzalez. Back to Washington. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
George's shot is off.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Washington. And it's Bona with a rebound. Bona's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Oubre. Shot from 12. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxi's checked in. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside McCain. It's stolen. To the middle from the low block. Washington's shot is good. Washington's got 55. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
And here's Maxey outside. Connects from downtown.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Boston's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. For 3, George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And this is exactly what Paul George does out there. He uses all of that skill to pick apart the defense.
The 3 from Washington. And got it. Another basket.
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Outside Maxey. And with players now able to earn money at the collegiate level, what does that do for the NBA legs?
Well, I do think overall it's a good thing. As a former college athlete myself, I love to see these guys get rewarded, and possibly you get to the league, you're a little bit more polished and grown up.
Bottom line is, you may have made some money, but when you have a chance to play against the best of the best, that's why you go pro.
There's nothing like it.
From outside the arc, the rebound, Celtics. Washington's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Takes a 3. That shot missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Dive for it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics.
When you're losing, you can't afford to give the ball away.
Watford's checked in for the Sixers. Edgecombe comes in for McCain. Good! That's another bucket!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Lets the 3 fly, and Washington with the basket on the assist by Pritchard. Pritchard's got 8 assists here tonight. George outside, fires for 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
And again, 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Here's Maxey. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And at his peak, Paul George averaged 7 free throw attempts per game. Tim, that number's seen a precipitous decline.
Well, in particular, the last few seasons, and I think with his injury concerns, B.A., you understand him being less inclined to...
Good. He hits again.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games ever.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
George's shot is off. And for Boston, their shooting has been tremendous. 63%. Yet another bucket.
That score moving him clear into 3rd all-time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished.
Well, he's cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. Either way, he is having a night to remember.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at again! What an avalanche!
He is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
Hey, and that score moves him into 2nd place for most points in a game.
And to think he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game we'll be talking about for decades.
Why not? And there's the rejection. George against White. George in the post, uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 34 points.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's against a defense that clearly has let up since they have the lead.
Maxey with it. And we've got 28 seconds left in the 4th. Edgecombe, no good. And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Fires from deep. Drummond grabs the miss. Here's Edgecombe. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Edgecombe. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
80 points. Only 2 people in the history of the league have reached 80 points before tonight, MP. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, I feel amazing to have the support of my teammates.
Brian, over to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Good stuff. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant.
Hey, I just texted MP. 80-point game is crazy. I'm about to start calling you Lil Kobe. Hey, congrats, my man. Shout out MP.